Yeah. And
Elderly.
a little money, like a lucky money for
Of
the
course, like
young
money.
for the young people.
Ah, of course. And so tell me, what do you get? So it's like, so what do you get?
Yeah, no, um I think I get a little from other people. Yeah,
Ah,
and we
great.
give much, and I get little, but it's okay because
That's really interesting. That's really
yeah,
interesting.
it's depend on your financial
Of
uh,
course. Of course. So
yeah
everywhere. So
condition.
we buy
Yeah,
some gifts. So we buy some gift, and we normally have a list that we share to family members. That when actually family members,
yeah.
I need
If
this,
it
I need that, and we buy.
uh-huh. If I don't have money, okay, I give them a little bit. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's really
No
good.
one, no one complained about how much.
Of course, that's really interesting. Know your mood is really
Mm,
interesting.
mhm.
Well, okay. So today, actually, we have a topic that can be a really good topic. We're going to talk about happiness. But what is happiness, you think?
Um, um, Let me see. Uh, Happiness. I have no nothing much to worry.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing. Um, when I have my parents around me, my relatives. We have a good relationship with everyone. That's the first thing. I have a good financial condition and I don't want to care much about money.
Yeah.
And we have a good health. Um, mm, yeah, and I can have a work to have a job. I have a suitable job or the good job to make me happy to do every day.
Yeah, very good. Well, and so do you consider yourself a happy person? So you think you're happy?
Luckily, I have to say that I'm very happy.
Very
I'm
good.
a very happy woman.
Ah, that's perfect. And tell me about the last time that you felt really happy. What happened to you? When was that?
Um, when I was a child, I um, um, although my families were poor, but I live in a very happy family, a poor family but happy.
Of
And
course.
I, my parents worked hard to uh, let us study, have a wealth, educated. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's I think it's a good way to help me to have a good futures. Um, and yeah, that is in the past. Um, um, and when I get married, I think I'm lucky to have a good husband. Um, yeah, he. Uh, mm, I don't worry anything about him. I trust and I love him and I trust him. He is reliable. Yeah.
Praise. Very
Yeah.
good. That's really good. And what do you do often to cheer up a sad person. For example, if a family member is, I don't know, it's a bit sad or not in mood, so what do you normally do to help them
Can you
feel
ask me?
better?
Yeah. Again,
Yeah, of
please.
course. What do you
Mhm.
often do to cheer up, to make someone happy? Cheer up, make someone happy. A
Yeah.
sad person.
Um, I have my friends, and they are not happy as happy as me. Uh, um, and I often talk to them uh, and make a friend, um, listen to them.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if they need to have I need to have my advice. Willing to I'm willing to give um, to share my idea to them and make them happy. Yes, and I sometimes I some in some cases I find that it's successful.
Of course, of course. Like, yeah, it's really good. So for especially listening without judging, that is, I think that is the
Yeah,
first one, the most important, just, people, because people normally need. And sometimes it's not that, I don't know, offer a simple gesture of comfort, especially depends on the person. For example, a family member. I don't know, sometimes a hug just can be really useful. For example, when you're talking to your daughter or maybe your sister, and I don't know, they feel like sad, and just offering a simple gesture of comfort, like hug them. Yeah, sometimes it can be really helpful. And sometimes we can distract actually them with light activities. I don't know, watching a funny movie, talking about something that is not really relevant. So it's not bad sometimes to distract them with light activities. Just it can be really fun, something fun. I don't know, let's cook together, let's walk together, let's watch something together. So it's not really bad. I think it can be really
mm,
helpful. And
yeah,
yeah, of course. And sometimes when you try, that is really difficult to cheer someone up actually like instantly. So maybe it doesn't happen instantly. So we need to wait. So it's better to, I don't know, check them later. If everything is okay, maybe a follow-up text or call shows that you care. So like, for example, I call my sister to ask whether she feels okay now, because maybe I tried, but that moment was not the moment that she, I don't know, felt happy. So I try to check in later. And what is that? So for example, follow up text or call shows that you care.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take it later.
Well, okay, so let's see what we have. And the first word, rat race. So we had an idiom that's, to be stuck on got stuck in rat race. That is, doing some, I don't know, activities for a long time without changing that feel actually it's like, it's a bit boring. Like, this one, this rat race, is the unpleasant life of people who have jobs and that actually require them work very hard in order to either like compete with others for money, for power. So it's like sometimes it can be really annoying. So a way of life in modern society in which people compete with each other for power and money. So I say, yeah, that is the unpleasant, I think.
Impression.
Of course, life of people who work hard in order to compete with others for money, for power, or something else. Like this is rat race. So sometimes we change. So have you ever felt that I don't know, you got stuck in a rat race and you need to, I don't know, make some changes in your life?
Um, I think most of people, Vietnamese people, uh, um, followed,
Yeah,
uh, pursue a red race after when um when they grow up.
yeah,
For example, after graduating from university, we have a target um,
yeah,
to have a power and money, a lot of power and money, yeah, as a race. Um, After working hard uh, and for many years,
of course.
and they realize that uh, um, their lives um, is precious than red race.
Yeah, it's more precious, yeah,
Mm.
than break. Yeah. So they
And
decide to
they
leave,
decide to quit the red race
of course.
to pursue other um, um, target, a new target
Of course, of course.
to
So
make
it's like,
have to have a comfort life,
yeah,
a
comfortable,
comfortable life.
comfortable life, of course. Yeah, maybe more. Yeah. So you can leave, you can use the verb also like leave. They decided to leave the rat
Live,
race
yes,
and of
live.
course and to start their new maybe step and the new level of life. Yeah. And the next one, fundamental. So as you can see, being the most basic, like uh, actually when we say fundamental, we describe things or activities or principles that are very important. So it can be anything. So not only thing, not only it's all of them. So things, activities, and principles that are very important or they're really essential. So we can say the basic nature of something. So being the most basic or the most important thing on which other thing depends. Communication is fundamental to any marriage success. So what do you think? What is the fundamental to any marriage success?
Hmm, money.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Money is a fundamental. Money and communication is fundamental to any marriage success.
And honesty, I think that is really important. Yeah, honesty is, I think, is fundamental to building strong and maybe trusting relationships. Yeah, but money is really important. I do agree with you. So,
fundamental, being the most basic and most important thing on
and
which other things
something
depend.
is
Yeah.
fundamental to something else. So preposition that you can use is to. For example, honesty is fundamental to building strong and trusting relationships. Yeah, that is the base and the most important
Yeah.
thing. Well, and diminish. So what is that? To
Diminish.
reduce, of course, diminish.
Diminish.
Yeah, of course.
Reduce the
Actually,
importance.
it's, to become gradually less. So, to reduce or be reduced in size or importance. Could you read this sentence, please?
The longer you stay in a job you don't like, the more your happiness will diminish. Diminish.
Diminish.
Diminish. Diminish. The longer
Yeah,
you stay in a job you don't like, the more your happiness will diminish. Yeah.
so,
Or the longer you stay in a marriage you don't
yeah,
like, you don't be happy, the more your happiness will diminish.
of course, of course. That is perfect. Yeah. The longer you stay in marriage that you don't feel happy or you
Yeah,
don't
don't feel
like
happy.
more, yeah, of course, your happiness will diminish, of course. And yeah, so it's like, for example, uh, when you gain more confidence, your fears begin to diminish. So I think. So, or you can say fears or your fears began to diminish as you gain more confidence. So maybe past for a moment. So,
Can you write it, that
of
sentence?
course, of
Yeah.
course, yeah, of course. Yeah, as you gain more confidence. So
Your feel begin diminish
the
as
more
you get
confident
more
you
confidence.
are,
Oh yeah, yeah. And your feel begin to diminish.
diminish, of course, as you gain more confidence.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Well, and this one,
Mm.
consumerism. So we have,
Consumerism.
yeah, of course, consumerism. That is to consume
Consumerism.
and keep consuming.
Yeah,
So, for example, to buy, to
to
own
buy.
more stuff. And I don't know, it's like, to own a lot of things. And this is really good, really positive. So for actually like sometimes for society, so it's like, and for economy, when it comes to actually economy issues, like, it can be really good. So because, the more consumerist you are, like, you spend a lot. So of course it can have a
Yeah,
really positive effect on economy. So as you can see here, the state of an advanced industrial society in which a lot of goods are bought or sold. it has been believed that there was a correlation, connection between consumerism and happiness. What do you think about this?
Mm, it has been believed that there was a correlation between consumerism,
Yeah,
consumerism and happiness.
yeah, of
Yes,
course,
maybe it seems to be right.
of course. But you know, actually, I think it's something according to research. I don't know, maybe I read somewhere that buying things can brings a temporary happiness. It's not permanently, like, for a period of time, you're really happy. So because of this, maybe people tend to, I don't know, go shopping when, especially when they're depressed, like me. So when when they spend, yeah, they tend to spend money like me, just, when we feel not happy or maybe a bit sad. But I think, yeah, there is a connection, a relation between consumerism and happiness, I think. Well, and someone who spent a lot, so consumerist is another word that you can use.
Mm,
Yeah. And I don't know, like it's really about this one. Maybe there are different items that we can mention. For example, another one, financial stress. That I think one of the most that is the most important issue in life. Financial stress. That it results a lot of different like issues in life, health and family ties, strong relationships. So well, and
consumerism,
consumerism, of course.
consumerism,
Of
consumerism,
course. Yeah.
consumerism.
But actually it has negative uh, aspects. Like, when people consume more than they need, maybe it can result in, I don't know, like excess waste and pollution. So this is a negative point because you
Mm,
are buying, you are selling, you are manufacturing more than need. So
yeah,
maybe, yeah, it can have
waste,
some, yeah, of course, negative impacts on the
negative.
environment. Yeah, maybe they can have some serious consequences for the environment, like air pollution, climate change, I don't know, habitat destruction. Wow. And the treadmill. So what is this one? You know that treadmill and exercise machine, but not here. So
Uh-huh.
it's different. Yeah, of course.
Treadmill, any
And
kind of repeated work that is boring and makes you feel tired, like
yes,
insurance work. Life insurance works if on last treadmill. I have to work early in the morning and go home late at night every day. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. A
Yes, like
type
you
of
move, you
repeated work.
walk exactly the same as treadmill, the machine. Like, you walk, but you don't get any points. So again, walk and walk, walk and walk like this. So of course, it's like sometimes we feel that we are caught in a treadmill of endless work with little
Endless work.
satisfaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes we need to, I don't know, take a break and we need to reevaluate our goals. So sometimes we feel like, sometimes we feel like we are caught in a treadmill of endless work with little satisfaction. And sometimes we need to take a break, just do something, change something.
Sometimes we feel like we are trapped in a treadmill of endless work with a little satisfaction.
Of course.
Satisfaction.
Happiness. Happiness,
And
satisfaction. When
happiness.
you're not set, the state of being satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like,
Treadmill.
yeah, it's not only about
Yeah.
work, something life.
We need to have a time to relax. Yeah.
Of course.
And we find something interesting in our work.
Praise.
To avoid the treadmills in our work, because if we work long enough for long the time we work long enough, um, everyone will find it. It's seem to be a less treadmill. We cannot leave the work, or we cannot quit the job. So the only thing we have to do that we find interesting, something interesting things in the work to make.
Actually, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
We shouldn't. Like, we cannot. Yeah, we cannot. We are able, but we shouldn't. It's not something that we do, because our, the way that we live or we work makes our lives more dynamic, active. So it's not possible, yeah, of course, to do it. But sometimes we feel like, okay, with littles, this one actually important. So you feel like, okay, I'm working. So it's like, I make living, so everything is okay. Financially, everything is okay. But it's like that, maybe I'm not happy enough. So I need to do something. So because of the something, sometimes you're like, you need to take a break for a short period of time and do something that you really enjoy, like spending time with your husband, like going, for example, somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can change the work, change to another company if you cannot find her. If Oh yeah, it depends.
Yeah. I believe
Because
people,
in
yeah. Yeah.
in the other country, if you work for the new company, you will have another problem. You will have another treadmill.
Of course. From this one to that one.
Yeah.
So, of course. But it's really important to love your job, I think. To like what you do, that's really important. So when you like what you do, when you enjoy, it's like you maybe never, or I can say maybe once in a blue moon, you feel like that you are, I don't know, frustrated, or you don't want to continue. So if you like, if you don't like, I think, yeah, it happens.
This morning I listened to the podcast.
Yeah.
And a coach said tells about the teacher. He compared the value teachers and the normal teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have very. They are also the teacher. But the value they uh, the gift to the society is different. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Because of
Mm-hmm.
this, actually, sometimes we hear and our kids say, Mom, this teacher is not good. That teacher is
Mm-hmm.
good. So that is a difference. And I
Mm-hmm.
definitely, when you love your job, what you're doing, you spend time, you're happy with your
Yeah.
students. Yeah, of course, you put a lot of effort and energy because you like. But when you don't
Mm-hmm.
like, just like, this is my job, I have to do it. It's like you
Yeah.
all want to finish something. Okay, let's finish this class. Let's, for example, do something. It's really important. So,
Mm-hmm. Very different from the two teachers. Yeah. Uh-huh.
of course,
Mm. This
especially when
teacher always complains about their job, but another teachers love the
of course,
her job.
of course,
Yeah, and she find out there are a lot of things to do with students
of
and the
course, with
parents.
students.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And really, for example, it's something about me, just myself. I can say uh, the best time of my day, of course, except with being with my daughter. So it's being with my students. Like, that's perfect. Everyone, all them. So it's like, of course, so we are in different countries, but that's really perfect. It's really enjoyable. So, and yeah, it can be really good because I love, and I never get tired of my job. Sometimes
Mm,
I wake up midnight, so I have class at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. But
mm.
I love it. I love it and I really enjoy it. I think I was born to be a teacher. Like that is the only thing that I
Yeah,
do. I really like
yeah. I try to study. I try to study with you when until you tired. You get tired. You get tired
no, I never get
and
tired. Never.
retire. Never
I'm
retire
tired. No,
until
yeah.
you retire.
We have a lot. Yeah, after retirement, of course. Not only studying, so after retirement, maybe, yeah, we will be good. Of course, we will be good friends. I will travel to your country. You will travel to my country. So we'll have time to retirement.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, and so we talked about this word. Do you have any questions related to this word? Do you want to pass or make question?
Yeah, I want to pass this to another part.
Of course. Well, uh, have you watched this movie?
That's true.
Yeah, happiness. Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, yeah, I watch it and I love it so much. Have
Fact.
you ever seen? Have did
Boring.
you watch it?
Of course. I
Yes.
think four or five times. Yeah, of course, and I love it. And you know that
Mm.
this boy is Will Smith's son, real son. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
of course. And I think that was the first movie that he acted, and I think yeah, and he could earn a lot of money for that movie, and he was perfect. And I cried the first time that I
Mm.
watched the movie. I cried. That was really good. I like
I
it.
watched this. I watched this movie with my husband
Yeah,
just
of
maybe 2 months ago. Just 2 months
course.
ago.
Yeah, really. So that is really good movie, and I think uh, maybe more than one. So it's like mixed
And
feeling. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. Say.
uh, what is the happiness in this movie? I and my husband said that money make the happiness in this movie. Yeah.
The way how hopeful he was, how actually uh, he tried to because of his son.
Mm.
So and how and everything actually I think the main role was for the son. Like how motivating, how inspiring he was, how I can say mature. This kid
Yeah.
was really mature. Just, like in every moment, every place with dad, like, and this one, the name, just striving to find happiness. That was really perfect movie. So, and the meaning of this, the pursuit of happiness, this one means striving, trying to find or to achieve happiness. So, trying to find and achieve. But there is a spelling mistake here. Happens.
Happy.
With of course, why
Why?
should, of course, yeah.
Why?
Why to I? Happiness with I. This one.
Yes.
Trying to find happy after. Just is something like, yeah. Here we have actually one of the words in the poster is misspelled. Can you spot it?
What's the
So we can,
purpose? The purpose. The
yeah,
purpose of the misspell? What?
misspelled.
What?
Actually, they want it. It's like, if you pay careful attention to every word like this,
Uh,
maybe
uh,
because of this. There isn't any other reason. Okay.
uh-huh.
But of course, just this. Sometimes we check for spelling, like, of course, especially in the future, if you study for IELTS, the one of the most important uh, parts of writing is to check for spelling, like, if you made any mistakes, because that is really important. Maybe it's to get ready for IELTS. Well, and let's watch. Let's watch the video together.
Mm,
And then, this one, what is the capital? Here it means, for example, when something is labeled, is named. So what is the
mm,
name, the capital of the consumerist word? So that is one, what is DOP?
yeah.
Labeled or named
Label.
first.
Yeah.
Well, now let's watch this. Okay, video. Let me share the screen again.
We work, we buy, consume, and die. We don't know why. The science of happiness says the answer is to rethink everything. The rat race, give it up. The rich, tax them. Holidays, take more. In short, change the way we live.
New York City, capital of the consumerist world, where status has a designer label sewn inside. But does happiness come in a gift-wrapped box? And if it doesn't, what on earth are we all doing?
It's a fundamental fact in the happiness research. Standard of living has increased dramatically, and happiness has increased not at all, and in some cases has diminished slightly.
Put simply, the science shows that once average incomes are more than £10,000 a year, extra income doesn't make people any happier. The British fit this picture. Look at what's happened over the past half a century or more. Looking at 1950 to today, Britain has become much richer. But during the same period of time, happiness levels have hardly changed at all. Consumerism promises happiness, but the science of happiness shows it can never work. One reason is that we are never satisfied with what we have.
Scientists call it the problem of comparison. Imagine you've just got yourself a brand new Mini. You're the only one in the street that's got one, and you feel great. Then your neighbors drive up in 2 top-of-the-range BMWs. Suddenly, your Mini just doesn't do it for you anymore. And that's the problem of comparison.
We are stuck in the rat race. In our search for happiness, we work longer, commute further, to get richer, to buy more. And yet the science of happiness suggests we should do exactly the opposite.
If only we could learn as a society to slow down, we might all be able to become happier if we could all take more leisure together.
It is starting to happen. Politicians are realizing that making people happy is as important as making people rich. The next task, though, is to convince us all to change the way we live.
Wow.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Ah, really? Nothing? It's okay. So let's have a look at questions. Just one moment.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
one moment. Let's, okay, check the question. So, according to science, what is the correlation with extra salary and happiness? So, consumerism. How has Britain's happiness level and wealthiness changed since 1950? According to the widow. And using your own language, illustrate the problems of comparison. So the cars, you remember? It's like you have something, you really like it. I have a car, I buy it. This is actually the car that I can afford. But you know, then my neighbor, yeah, buy something, I don't know, the latest model of Mercedes or BMW. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't work anymore. You know, so I need to try hard to buy that one. So that is the problem of comparison. So something that you find really good to you, it's not good anymore because of something else. So, and so none of these questions, no answer.
No, no answer.
Okay, just one moment. Let me do.
Yeah, but you answer. You can help me to answer. I through your answer, I think I understand.
Of course, of course. So about Britain, so do you think, so first of all, tell me, do you remember according to the video, now Britain is wealthier or not?
Maybe wealthier.
Of course, but people are happy?
No, happy.
No. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, of
Not
course.
happier. Not
Of
happier.
course. They are not happy anymore. And so what is that? So because of this, maybe governments and they need to take an action, some actions to make people happy as rich. So money is not enough because, you know, according to 1950, in the past, people in Britain were happier than now. But now the country is more, we can say wealthy, like wealthier than before, but people are not as happy as before. And now you say, what is the correlation between extra salary and happiness?
I forget the meanings of correlation.
Connection, relationship,
Connection.
Yeah.
Correlation is connection. Yes, I think when we have an extra salary, I always feel happy. I don't know
it's like, you know,
because I don't listen. I don't understand the videos.
Of course. So,
yeah.
So let's do something. So don't think about the video. Of course, if you want, you can watch it again. But you know, just so we can forget about it and talk about this question. So it's like according to us, what is the relation and connection between extra salary and happiness? Of course, when you can buy, when you can afford what you want, what you need, of course you can be happier. But sometimes there are different aspects that affect your life. So for example, I don't know, it's like you don't have a real love in your life. And people believe that this make you happy. Some people know. So it depends on your character. To me, no. But this is like, you know, the more money you make, the happier you are sometimes. But there are lots of exceptions, like it's not enough, like just like Britain. And what is dub the capital of the consumerist world? I think New York. In film, yeah, no, it didn't mention in, I think, yeah. It wasn't mentioned in film, but in video, but I think New York. The capital of consumerist world is New York City. You know that. I don't know, because of global hub for fashion, the advertising, designing, entertainment. So I think New York for the first question, but I need to check. Maybe we have another one. And you know that, yeah, different people, different, because it's like different cultures, people from all around the world. And you know, it's like, I think New York is the capital of the consumerist world. Yeah.
New York is the capital of the consumerist world.
Of course.
Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City is the capital of the consumerist world.
Yeah.
Part in Vietnam, yeah.
In Vietnam, yeah, it's a capital of the consumers, yeah, and yeah, of course, in Vietnam. So it's like, you know, you can see luxurious and like, you know, just, yeah, of course, luxury brands and luxurious life, and I don't know, like advertising, like fashion, so everything. So of course, I think, and living, so living this life. So let me ask another question that is really, so we can live different lives, like living luxurious life with maybe limited circle of people around you, maybe not a lot of friends or people who you are, uh, for example, in relationship with, but you can have a normal life with a lot of people around you, maybe some good people, friends. So which one would you prefer? It's difficult.
I like to live with the normal people. Yeah, I find I feel happier when living around with others, the normal people. Then the rich people, for example, yeah, I think the normal is easier to live with.
Of course, maybe normal people, easier to live with, easier to deal with. Yeah, of course. And is being a teenager happier than being an adult? Definitely yes. Being a kid, happier than
Yes,
teenager.
yes,
Teenager,
yes.
happier than adult. Of course, definitely yes. But why?
Um, they don't um they don't worry much about life. Um, they less responsibilities.
They have less here. They are less responsible, or they have
Yeah,
less
they have
responsibilities.
less. They has less responsibility.
Yeah.
They uh, don't have they don't have responsibility to earn money.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. They're not in charge of making money, of course. They don't need to. They need to think about it.
Yeah, they don't think about it much.
Of course. They only think about spending.
Yeah. But
And
now they have they not very happier because they study
yeah,
much more than before. They don't have much time to play to yeah
of course.
to yeah
And it's like, and they think that is the most difficult thing in the world. Like, we need to study hard. We need to do lots of homework. That is
yeah
really, and I say, yeah, of course, you will face some of the more challenging things in life. So it's not really hard. So in the future, they will figure out.
I remember that when I was child I just studied when I had examination. I worked hard at that time, and during the year, I study a little bit
Yeah,
enough.
of
I think
course.
I study in us. The teacher asked,
Yeah,
uh,
you were exam night student.
yeah,
Just exam night and
as a now, yeah, as a now.
of course, exam night. Yeah, it was like because most of us, but I liked. I really liked studying in past. I remember that when I was child, that was something that I really liked to do. Yeah, but now
And you
children,
know, in the summer, we um stayed at home with friends 3 months
ah,
in the
summer break.
summer break. But now my children only have more than 1 month break.
Yeah, of course. They lessen, of course. Yeah, I don't know the policies, but in the past, yeah, we had more break, actually summer break, but not much more time staying at home. Now, so actually, I think I don't know why, but yeah, children are not happy with this situation. Like just no, it's not enough. So, but there is no other choice. Maybe in the future it will be less. Who knows? Well, okay. So. Uh,
Oh, that's answer.
we have actually a few more questions. I will send you the video, so it's not bad to watch it again. So I will send you
Okay.
the video, yeah, of course, and then so we can talk about it at the beginning of the next session, and
Mm-hmm.
just this. Okay, my beautiful Min, it's time to go.
Thank
Again,
you.
great time with you. Have a
Yeah,
wonderful day.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.